Let's do a fucked up face intro. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time here. My name is Kiabeth and I like to play with makeup. For today's video, I am thinking I want to do like a cute holiday glammy looky look. You know what I'm saying? Something kind of classical but like super cute. I'm taking some inspiration. I'm taking gold because my cute little gold reindeer's here. Yeah, so I want to do today. My face is already prepped and primed. I use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer along with the E.L.F Poreless Putty Primer. That sounded nasty. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and dive in and we're gonna see what we come up with.
Okay, so I am going to go a little bit more in depth on my face in this video than I usually do, but what I'm doing right now, and I've been doing it for a while, is I'm getting a little bit of my NARS Radiant Concealer, the pot one, and I'm using my little like very dense, small, like kind of like a foundation brush, and I'm just kind of dabbing this on where I have marks or a lot of like, you know, discoloration or a lot of redness, and focusing it on those areas. I'm going to leave that there to kind of cook a little bit before I put on any other makeup, and this just helps to cover that even more once I put all like my foundation and all my extra products on top. So if you have this problem, I definitely recommend trying this, and yeah, definitely helps out.
Also, I got glue-ons. Can you tell they're fake? I don't know. But this is what happens when you can't afford to get your nails done. So you go and you buy $10 face things. They're pretty. Pretty firm.
Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and prep my eyelids. I'm using the same concealer that I used before to cover my face. And again, I'll link everything in the description box below, or just put it all down there for you guys. I like this a lot. So a lot of people use like eyeshadow bases. The one that I currently have right now, I still find that it creases on me, and this concealer, it does not. So then now we're going to move on to our transition color. And I'm using like a really, really pale orange. I'm just going to go ahead and just make the concentrated amount of this pigment right on the outside, and then I'm going to slowly bring it inwards, kind of similar to all my videos. I'm tapping it onto the outside of my eye first, and then using windshield wiper in circular motions, I'll go ahead and kind of bring it inwards as most of the product starts diffusing out. So once the transition is laid on there, I'm going to go in with a dark, like mustardy brown color, and then I'm just going to tap this, and again, I want the most concentrated and the darkest part of this eye to be the outside. I'm not winging it out as much as I usually do, so I'm kind of being very delicate as I'm buffing this in, not bringing it too high, and keeping it still in the similar area that I kept my transition shade, which is the outside of my eye and my crease. We are going to do a cut crease today, so it doesn't really matter if the inside of your eye gets a little messy, so that's okay. Just make sure that you concentrate it on the outside and then slowly buff it in, and just be very gentle with your motions. So something I don't always show in my videos is this step right here. I'll go back in with my transition shade and I'll blend those two colors together just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. Once they're blended, I'm going in with an even darker brown, and I'm using a much smaller brush for this. As you can see, I'm going to intensify that outside of the eye, make sure it's nice and dark, and this color I am going to keep a lot lower. So if you're noticing, I'm starting at the base of my upper lash basically, and then I'm going to go ahead and slowly buff that upwards, a little bit outwards, and then I'm going to concentrate that color a lot right in that little corner. Another little step or trick is that if you feel like that it's a little bit too dark, you can go again and go back in with that initial shade, the one that you used for your transition. Just buff it out a little bit more, and that just softens everything up, and it also works to bring the whole eye look together. Now I'm going to go in with my darkest shade and my smallest brush, and I'm picking up a little bit of black. And so I'm, as you guys should know, if you don't know, now you do, I'm very timid when it comes to black. So I work this in very slowly, little by little, and I'm kind of creating a fake wing that comes from the darkest part of my eye. I'm going to wing it out just a little bit, very gentle and very precise with the motions. This is actually real time. And so if you notice, I'm just kind of going in there slowly. I haven't gone back into the color. And I'm very careful not to pick up too much, just to make sure that I get this exactly how I want it. So to blend that black even more, I'm going to pick up the brush that I put the dark brown on. I'm not picking up any additional product, but I'm just using this to buff this in a little bit more. And then I'll go back in and intensify it or wing it out a little bit more, as you're seeing here, just to make sure I get the right shape I want, the right length, and that it all just looks really cohesive, like it really is coming from that outside. You don't have to go as crazy as I do in this, obviously, but I had a really unique vision for how I wanted this to look. So, yeah. Now I'm going with a touch more of that really dark brown shade just to marry the black into the rest of the eyeshadow family, you know what I'm talking about. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut my crease. So I'm using a really small flat brush to go ahead and cut it. So I go really slow with this one. I bring it up higher than my natural crease itself. And then I kind of bring it out to about halfway across my lid space as a whole. I am using a liquid concealer, if that matters, just because I find it to be easier to work with. But just take your time with this and just, you know, get it to your liking. Now to lay my colors, I'm going in with a very pale pink shimmer, and I'm going in with a more flat brush just to be able to pick up more of the pigment. I'm just pressing this into the concealer to kind of set it. Once this pink is on the inside of the eye, then I go in with a little bit more of a golden shade, and then I put the glitter on top. But the glitter comes after the liner, and we'll get to that in just a second. So once the shimmers are already there, I go back in with some of the shades that I used before just to blend them together even more. Shimmers usually blend pretty easily, but I just go back in there so it doesn't look like just a harsh line between the shadow, like the matte shadows and the shimmer shadows. So you kind of just want to buff those two in together, and I'll usually use one of the brushes that I already used before to apply them in the first place.
My apartment really isn't that hard to find. Like, it's really not. You just have to go downstairs. God, that's good. Yo quiero volar, come on in.
After that brief message from our sponsors, we are back to your regularly scheduled programming. So now I'm going to go ahead and do my wing. I needed a break. And I'm using the One Side 24-hour eyeliner pen. And I'm just going to go ahead and wing it out a little bit. I'm not doing a crazy dramatic wing, just kind of following also that black shadow that I already laid down. So if you're not comfortable doing a wing just yet, the trick I had in the previous video is to kind of use eyeshadow to guide you. And a similar thing that I'm doing right now is just that I'm kind of following the same shape I already laid down, just kind of building the wing and then filling it out. So since a black wing just isn't enough sometimes, I wanted to give this like a little extra like added dimension. So I went in with a white eyeliner. I'm actually following the line that I created with my concealer and my cut crease. So I'm not going to go all the way, just like a little bit to kind of give it that extra shape, using my white eyeliner. You don't have to go as short as I did or as long as I did, but I think this kind of makes the eyes look a little bit bigger in my opinion. And then once I have this laid on, I'll go in with the glitter. I'm going to go in with my glitter. So first I go in with like a really pale glitter, and then I go and finish the rest of the eye with like a darker, like more golden kind of glitter. But this, I fell in love with this moment. What you heard in the background there was me watching Wally. Don't judge me, I am what I am. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and pack this on. And I'm following the same kind of gradient that I already developed with like the matte shades and the shimmer colors themselves. Just to come from really light to kind of golden, and just like bringing that glitter outwards. Now moving on to the face, I'm using my NARS foundation. I'm just going to dot this in, and then I'll buff it in with a foundation brush. Nothing super crazy or like fancy about this. But remember that my concealer is still on there, so I don't have to go as crazy looking for like coverage over like those difficult spots, just because the concealer that's already there is doing a lot of the work for me. I'm just kind of using this for discoloration or just to make everything even out. For my concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is the shade Custard. So I put a little bit under my eye, put it on my nose and my forehead, you know what I'm saying, and then I'll buff that out with a brush. I didn't bring my foundation right under my eye, just because I don't like to pack a whole bunch of product on there. So with this concealer, it'll just be enough coverage. You don't need to like put foundation under your eye and concealer and then powder, because it's just going to create and crease, and it's not going to be pretty. And we're trying to be pretty for the holidays, you know what I mean? Now to set the face, I'm using my ANASTASIA banana powder, and I'm going in with a damp sponge. I don't bake, but this is just how I like to set my face. I just feel like the moisture from the sponge brings everything together, doesn't leave you looking super cakey or anything like that. So I just press the sponge into the powder, and I'll just press that into my face. I don't leave any like masses of powder on my skin or anything like that. I just like it to sit that way, and I think it looks really pretty, so judge me. Then I'm just going to go ahead and do my under eye, bringing in a lot of the colors that I used on my lid, so like the dark brown and then the light mustardy kind of orange color, just to wrap up the whole eye. And because I wasn't done, I went in with a purple eyeliner in my lower waterline just to give like a little extra oomph. But I really liked how this kind of pulled everything together. After this, I'm going to go ahead and bronze and kind of just, you know, bring some more dimension to the face. So because it looks a little flat right now, but you know what I'm saying, I have some of those little cheekbones and stuff like that. So just giving my face a little bit more dimension. And then after I bronze, I'll go ahead and put on blush. A little tip that you'll notice from me when I'm putting on my blush is that I don't really smile when I put on blush. You want it to sit where your face is when it's rested. So kind of leave my face very neutral when I put on my blush.
And now I'm going to highlight, and you best believe that the highlight is gonna match the eyeshadow. Un poquito de champagne pulpity. I'm gonna do like 3 different highlights. I'm not even playing with y'all right now. Into the JACLYN highlighter, but this that's it. This is literally, I'm just like ooh. Haven't done a brow bone highlight in a second. Just a red lip for the holidays? I think I will.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. I'm using a very classic red liner. Again, I'll put everything in the description box below. But me lining my lips isn't anything crazy. I follow my natural lip line. I don't overline my lips, just because I don't really like to or feel the need to. But yeah, I'm just gonna line my lips and then I'll go ahead and use the lipstick. And you'll see more of my crazy antics in just a moment.
I don't usually wear a red lip, but when I do, honey, I feel like a holiday special. This is the Fenty something. I got this for free at Sephora for like a birthday gift. This is a Madam Bitch. Ha ha ha. Oh, this is a lip honey. Oh, that was nice. I haven't tried this formula. Mattemoiselle. That's nice. It is matte, but it feels so nice. I feel so Christmassy. Excuse me? Who is she? I need mascara. Officer, I saw a bad bitch in the mirror this morning. Come get her. Come on. Also, this Milk mascara, I got it as like a birthday gift also at Sephora. The Kush mascara. I love it. You love me. Oh, Sandy. Alrighty, guys. So, here we are. Done. You know. So, I'm really... And you could honestly not have done the extra glitter. I just feel like I'm about to get on stage and sing the Mariah Carey Merry Christmas. What is it? All I Want for Christmas. That's how I feel. And that's how you should feel on Christmas Eve day. Everyone celebrates it at a different time. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the look. I will put everything that I use, because I dabbed into different palettes for different parts of the look, so I'll link or I'll put everything that I use in the description box below for y'all. I really hope that you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoyed the look. Let me know in the comments down below, and stay safe. Happy holidays, and I'll see you on the next one.